Hello everyone, welcome to App-based Appian Academy. By covering this part of video series, you will be able to master the concept of groups. So as you can see on screen, we will be covering the entire video using the four accelerators. So let's rock and roll with the first one, which is WWH. So what is a group and why do we need it? In a general English definition, group is a collection of users who share similar job responsibilities or roles. It's like a team of people who work together on something. For example, in a corporate, there is the IT department, finance department, HR department, and so many more other departments. So HR as a group is specific to a certain set of functions related to people management. And in a similar fashion, finance group is managing the overall finance of the company and not responsible or intervening with any of the HR functions. This leads us to understanding why we need groups. We need them to categorize different set of users to different access. It simplifies the overall user management and control who can do what. Talking inside Appian, groups are used to manage application objects such as records, interfaces, reports, process models, and many more. By assigning groups to objects, administrator can control who can view, edit, or delete these objects. Now let's jump to how and where. How to create groups and an example to understand where do we use them. So without any further ado, let's get dive into action, moving into Appian Designer environment. In the previous video, we created the application, and now in this, we will understand how to set up the security of the app using the groups. But first step first, let's create groups. To create the group, you have to simply click on new and go down to group. As soon as you click on group, a pop-up window will appear where it will ask for the name of the group. You have to simply provide the name of the group as EODA all users. Now, any user who wants to use this app has to be a part of this group. So this becomes the parent group in the application. Now, it depends on project to project, but as a standard best practice, I will not write the description of the particular object. It should be very prominent from the name of the group that what purpose does it solve. Although this practice may change from project to project, at the moment I'm not doing it for this particular demo application. The other parameters of the group, which are here like parent group, group members, etc., would be discussed in the future videos. I hit create to create the group, and at the moment I'm skipping to set any security for the group as it is a part of a later video. So I've created the first parent group, which is EODA all users. Now I will be creating two more child groups, one admin and second as designer. So I go inside the particular group and I click on new group. So the first group that I create is EODA admins. Now why I'm creating this particular group? So member of this group will be the administrator or god of the application. In simple meaning, they can control everything inside the application. So I'll hit create and my group will be created. I again create another group which is EODA designers and I hit create. So designers, why I am creating that? So member of this group would be, you can say, a lesser amount of security rights compared to admin. So basically they cannot change the security but can edit, create, delete the objects inside the particular application. Now, as you note, the naming convention of the particular group, it is prefix of the application followed by the name. Now, the name of groups can contain spaces. There can be certain objects that we will see in the future videos that we cannot apply spaces in certain objects naming convention, but for groups we can. Okay, that's a point to note, point to be noted. Now we have created all the particular groups, all users, designers, and admins. Now I'm going to set up the security of this application using these groups. Now creating the groups doesn't signify that they have all the powers that they are designed to. So how to give them those powers? We go to application security. I type in EODA all users first of all, and I give them the permission level viewer. Let me set up quickly all the three groups and then I'll explain what does each permission level means. So I have given admins at administrator permission level. So what I told while creating EODA admin group, that member of this group will be the god of the application. Basically, they can administer anything inside the application. They can delete the objects, they can change the security, etc. Coming to designer group, it is one level lower and it is given editor permission level. That means in a basic level, they cannot change the security of the app, right? Otherwise, they will make themselves as admin. So they can edit. Edit means they can view the objects, they can create the objects, they can edit anything regarding that object. Viewer is the lowest level of permission level as compared to administrator and editor. Basically, all the users inside the particular group can only view the object. So we are only studying the basics, and at the beginner level, just try to grasp or digest these concepts. As we move forward in the application videos, we will be able to understand in a much better way how these permission levels are playing roles in visibility, in applying security, in handling many stuff around many objects. So I'll hit save changes and done. Application security updated successfully. These three basic application groups you should create regardless of the application you are creating in Appian. So whether it is employee onboarding, whether it is loan sanctioning, whether it is any other application, just make it as a thumb rule that you have to create these three particular groups. Moving forward, things will be more clear, as I already said. Now we have covered how to create a group and where do we use these groups. Okay, so we are at the very beginning of the creating the application. Henceforth, I have just displayed you how to set up the security, where are we using these groups and with what permission level. So we have completed the hands-on for this particular video part. Now I will be attaching certain documentation links with what I have taught in the description where you can learn more in detail. Coming on to the next part, without exercise, of course, anyone can't achieve anything. There is no shortcut or any trick that can teach anyone to learn without any practice. So please do practice. Here are a few questions. First of all, do the stuff that I displayed you, which means that create the groups for your own employee onboarding application. Read the documentation that I will be providing in the description. Now, bonus point that I wish to give it to you is to read about the system groups and experiment with them. So whenever an Appian server is created, please study about them and let me know if you have any doubts. So if you have doubts, of course, you can comment on this particular video. But if you want the cherry of the top, for example, like dedicated mentor connect for helping you solve your doubts, gamified quizzes, etc., please scan this particular QR code and join the group ASAP. Concluding, we have covered the triple WH formula, that is, what is a group, where can we use it, how to create it. Concluding, we have covered the triple WH formula, did the live hands-on, understood how to create groups, how to set the security of the application. Hope you have scanned the QR to connect to the mentor and join the app-based Appian community. I'll be linking certain quizzes as well in the description to help you guys out for any questions that are related to topic groups in Appian Associate Developer Certificate exam. Thank you so much. See you in the next video.